Good morning. Today I want to talk about receiving and giving constructive criticism. And I will be the first one to admit, I have not always been very good at receiving constructive criticism, discipline, counsel, feedback, whatever you want to call it. And I can either get defensive or I get upset and I want to kind of shut down because I don't like to hear about my mistakes. I don't want to be wrong. And I know I'm not perfect, but these verses in the one devotional I read today really hit me, and I want to share them with you. Proverbs 19, verse 20 says, "Listen to counsel and accept discipline, that you may be wise the rest of your days." And the other is Colossians 4, verse 6, which says, "Let your speech always be with grace, as though seasoned with salt, so that you will know how you should respond to each person." I kind of thought of how I don't like to receive that constructive criticism, that, someone telling me that I made a mistake. And so it would figure that somebody else isn't going to want to hear it either. I know when I've had to give constructive criticism or discipline, like my children, I always tried to do it as gentle as possible. And yet I would still see or hear that same defensive reaction, because obviously they don't want to be told that they were wrong. The last time I had a talk to my daughter, we were talking about something and I was trying to offer some constructive criticism, and I noticed that she was listening. She didn't get defensive, and I realized I must be doing a good job of letting her know as gentle as I could, but she was seeing and hearing my heart. And that is the key that I was hearing this morning, was God reminding me to listen to the other person's heart. Whether you were the one giving the feedback, the constructive criticism, whatever, or the one receiving it, listen to that other person's heart. So many times we want to think, oh, they're just trying to criticize me. They're just trying to point out my faults. And you're not hearing that they're really, truly trying to help you become a better person, or trying to help you be better at something, or do something in an easier way. And they're just trying to help. So the first part was truly listening to the other person. Another is making sure that your words are full of love and grace. Not getting angry or upset with the other person, not responding as I'm superior than you and I know what I'm talking about, but being as kind and gracious and loving as you can, because we want to help each other to grow and blossom. And I was kind of thinking of this process of weeding out things that don't belong. And if I'm not willing to listen to constructive criticism, then I'm not removing things that shouldn't be in my life. And I want to get rid of that stuff that somebody else is pointing out to me that shouldn't be there. So I have to listen to people. I have to hear their heart. I have to watch how I respond. And whether I'm talking to somebody or hearing them, I need to think about my words and my response, and especially my tone, because sometimes our tones can get a little sassy. And I want to be able to respond in every way with grace and merciful and be loving, so that I can become wise all the days of my life. God bless. Have a great day.